There was a woman who baked bread for her family every day. Every day, she would make an extra loaf of bread for any hungry passerby, and she would place the extra loaf on the windowsill for any poor man who passed by to take it. A poor hunchbacked man would pass by and take the loaf, but instead of showing his gratitude to the family, he would mutter, "The evil you do stays with you, and the good you do comes back to you." Every day he took a loaf of bread, he would repeat the same words. The woman began to feel upset that the man did not show gratitude for the kindness and favor she did for him, and she began to talk to herself, saying, "Every day this hunchback passes by and repeats his mysterious sentence and leaves. I wonder what he means?" One day, she had a plan in mind and decided to get rid of this hunchback, so she added some poison to the loaf of bread she had made for him and was about to place it on the window, but her hands began to tremble and she said, "What am I doing?" She threw the loaf into the fire to burn, then made another loaf of bread and placed it on the window. As usual, the hunchback came and took the loaf, muttering, "The evil you do stays with you, and the good you do comes back to you." He went on his way, unaware of what was going on in the woman's mind. Every day that the woman made bread, she prayed for her children, especially her son who had been far and wide searching for his future. For many years she had not heard any news of him, and she wished for his safe return. On the day that she got rid of the poisoned loaf of bread, there was a knock on the door of the house in the evening, and when she opened it, she found her son standing at the door. He was pale and tired, his clothes were almost torn, he was hungry and exhausted, and as soon as he saw his mother he said, "I have returned to you by a miracle. For miles from here I was exhausted and tired and felt so weak that I collapsed on the road and almost died. For the bandits robbed me and beat me, and if it were not for a hunchbacked man passing by on the road, I begged him to give me any food he had with him, and the man was so kind that he gave me a whole loaf of bread to eat. And while giving it to me he said that this is his food every day, and today he will give it to me because my need for it is greater than his need for it." As soon as the mother heard these words she turned pale and horror appeared on her face, and she leaned on the door and remembered the poisoned loaf that she had made this morning. If she had not disposed of it in the fire, her son would have been the one who ate it and he would have lost his life. At that moment she realized the meaning of the hunchback's words, "The evil you do stays with you, and the good you do comes back to you." Do good and do not stop doing it, even if it is not appreciated by others, because one day God will reward you for what you have done, whether in your life now or in the hereafter.